clearly it's an imposter.
You gotta count the chat in.
Do I really? We are all talking.
We can't start the stream unless the chat's been counted in.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to do it in chat now? You want me to do it in chat now? Okay, fine.
Also, luck roll. There we go. Last session, we actually met 3 Lunas in one session, didn't we?
Yes.
God.
Is this how Albie feels?
Yes.
What is this thing, anyways?
Okay, so, let me describe the scene as the door opens. The room appears to contain a large, completely opaque metal cylinder. What it is for, you do not know, although it is connected to a system of pipes and generally confusing lights and machinery. Apart from this huge array of interconnected systems, the room is relatively bare. However, standing in front of the tube is a familiar-looking figure, albeit from behind. At distance, it would be hard to quite say what is different, but it does look like Luna from behind. Although, certainly if you look closer, you may begin to notice things.
What shade of blue is she?
Purple.
Yeah, what shade of blue is she? This doesn't seem like Luna. Luna, did you respawn again?
Not that I know.
Hair's still blue, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's
good, you're still racist.
Is purple a shade of blue?
It's a shade of blue and red.
The figure seems enthralled with this cylinder. Ah.
Let's sneak up on her.
Should we just let her be? She seems pretty complacent the way she is now.
That quote was not. No, that quote hits right here.
Wait, which one?
Your kidney?
I'm going to sneak up on her. Well,
Luna,
not
for
up on her.
sanity's
I want to
sake,
sneak
can I
into
get a
the...
perception roll? Fucking exactly. I also like that one of you rolled a 16 and the other rolled a 6.
I would like to point out I haven't rolled above a 10 yet.
Yeah, you're getting out the way.
Oh, I feel Dark Luna should get a penalty to it, seeing how she is enthralled by the cylinder.
Are you trying to rules lawyer me?
No, I'm just, I want to see where this goes with Grantor sneaking up on Dark Luna.
I'm allowing it. You successfully, somehow, managed... Wow! Fuck's sake!
Sorry.
Damn, Grantor!
Jeez.
That's uncalled for.
Wow!
I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they've taken over.
You can still feel something?
Oh, that pun. The pun. Why are the puns? Anyway, you successfully sneak up behind her. What do you intend to
Excellent.
do?
Well, mostly I want to look around the room a bit, so I'll perception.
Go for the surprise hug.
Will do. So, what am I looking at in terms of this here tube? Oh, actually, with the tube, I'm going to do
difficult,
that.
difficult to say. It appears to be completely enclosed, and you can't see what's inside it. Although, judging by its make and structure, it's some sort of container. And beyond that, though, it's nigh on impossible to tell because it's a completely opaque container.
Is there anything distinct about this new Luna except for the fact that she's purple?
Your perception roll allows you to, and your proximity, to be fair, allows you to get a good look at the figure, at least from behind. Apart from the skin being purple, at first it doesn't seem like there's anything strange. But on closer inspection, you notice that the skin is not stationary.
Ah, so
It's a-
she's like fluctuating.
It appears to be shifting ever so slightly.
Okay, it's purple pudding Luna.
Does Luna herself react to any of this, seeing how there's, an evil clone of
She's
yourself?
probably just kind of backing up a bit and waiting for the other one to make a move.
Seth!
I
I would like to
pull
detect
out
evil.
the heart of the god.
Oh no.
Blow her up! Blow her up!
Yeah, is it
I would-
evil?
Yeah.
No
I would,
evil.
I would detect evil on evil Luna. Is she evil?
No.
She's just dark Luna.
Wow.
I think he's reneged on her.
Are you
being
gonna play
evil.
tag with the Heart of the God use?
Well, I don't know why I'm pulling out my artifact when we know that the other artifact is much better at dealing with these things.
One of them
'Cause Seth
explodes, the other cures.
Tef isn't the sneaky type.
I'm also not going to
You
just
pull out
leave
the
an
artifact.
around.
Everyone died.
The entire room goes red and an alarm goes off.
God damn it.
Jeez.
I think I was keeping
this-
it in the next
nobody
dimensional.
move.
The door shuts with Grantor
Oh
outside.
This
no.
bulkhead slams
Yep.
shut.
Oh no!
Valve?
Alfarian, save me!
No, he's outside here. Seeing how we probably...
There is
What do you
a
guys think we should
crack
look for new party
Ahi
members?
as the other Luna turns around at a speed which seems to break her neck
Oh.
before her body catches up.
Hi. I'm just gonna put this away. How are you?
He?
Oh. You recognize me. Cool, 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 cool.
Oh, I'm not alone.
What are you doing here?
Called.
By that tube?
She turns back to the tube and then touches it.
Okay. While she's concentrating
Nice.
on tube, can I check the door for ways to open it?
The door appears to be, well, it's a bulkhead. It has slammed shut, and nothing seems to control it.
Hmm.
How did it open the first time?
There's a
Forgot.
control panel.
Was there a control panel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, no, there wasn't. Didn't Luna walk up close to it and it just opened?
I think Luna used the control panel and it opened.
Yeah.
Oh, it
You
is
used
some
the
sorry
control
online
panel,
control
and
panel.
then we sent Luna forward first, which was advisable because it was Samsara only.
Oh, Luna, think you can get this open again?
I can try. Makes the attempt.
Okay, just a second.
Open door.
Right. As you approach, a light and a projection of words appears on the pad in Samsaran, oddly enough.
Okay.
Where'd she go?
You don't look at whispers, do you?
That looks like a whole bunch of gibberish. What did it say?
Oh, right, yes. I completely forgot that this is the thing that crashed my Firefox when I tried to upload it, so give me a second.
Oh, good.
Okay.
The words simply fire up and say, warning, containment breach detected, confirm override.
Well, there's been a containment breach. I think you guys will want me to hit the yes on this confirm override button.
Yeah. I mean, I is a pretty big containment breach, but we need her back.
Hit the yes button.
Authority recognized. The alarm stopped blaring and the door opens.
She turned into a cake.
What?
Man,
What?
witches these days. That's one powerful hex.
Yes, I turned her into a cake. Let that be a lesson to any other Asatises that try and cross me.
What flavor?
I don't know, I haven't tried.
Don't try
Oh,
it.
I want to detect magic on the cake.
No, actually, Logan, go ahead. Go and try eating the cake.
I feel I've done enough reckless thing for
It's
today.
not
Go ahead,
magical.
Logan. Catch it with your teeth.
It is not magical, guys. Luna, can you detect poisons on it?
Does she have that prepared today? Nope.
No?
I have nothing above second level spells
You did have a massive
left
combo
over.
before this.
and I think I only
Yeah.
have one second level left. So, don't touch the tube. It happened after she touched it.
Didn't you do it though?
It's the tube of fucking cake.
That's a better check.
Is it a giant cake machine?
Where's
Leaving
the
out there
other
now.
person?
Moment.
I mean, clearly she got turned into a cake, but
So,
She turned
can I
into
get
a
a
cake.
will save from Seth and Siegfried, please?
Oh, good. A will save.
will saves.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm getting a nice bonus on that.
Ooh.
My god.
Man, that's a nice cake.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
So, you want a slice puppet?
Oh no.
That's clearly a gift.
I'm going to create water on top of the cake.
I'm going to cast
How do
slumber.
you know this is happening? Thank you.
Good
Are they-
point.
Are they moving towards the cake?
No. Are you?
No,
It's a nice
I'll be
cake.
looking at it
don't care.
wantingly, but not going towards it.
For
All
those
right.
of you whose mouths, if you can see either of their mouths, I don't believe you'll be able to see Siegfried's.
He has a mouth?
Seth is drooling slightly.
I don't care what you say. I'm not eating floor cake.
Oh, that's his standard. Really good cake.
There's a
but-
plate under it.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
there is. It's safe cake.
It is on the ground, not in a container, just in the middle of a fucking dungeon. No, thank
Anyways.
you.
What if
Go
you
for it.
eat
It's
from
on
the
it's on
center?
a
of the cake?
plate.
Yeah.
I That is a
Oh.
fair point.
Entirely safe.
Over, can I use that engineering to see
Don't
what
say
this
it.
thing... If I can learn
Sure.
anything about
Give
that.
it a go. Give it a go.
I mean, I already rolled it, but...
Oh, where? Oh, ha!
36.
Well, if you were going to take a guess, it's some sort of life support system.
That's terrifying.
So yeah, the cake is on a plate. The top definitely hasn't touched the ground.
But look, there was a
Looks
person
pretty
in here.
pristine.
There's a person in here. Now there's a cake.
I mean, the cake
Oh, yeah,
has
it's-
also been in here, to be fair.
That could have been people. Yeah, where did the person go?
It's a goodbye gift.
I'm not eating the fucking cake. As long
mean,
as I
you're-
have choice in this, I'm not eating it. It's
You're
just
drooling like a
dumb.
dog.
I don't care.
And Seth, you're gonna rust your armor if you keep going like that. That's the dog's influence right there.
What kind of
Shut up,
cake is
Neil.
it, anyways?
I don't know, it seems to be quite a
You
chaotic...
need to...
In fact, let me show you the cake!
Oh my god.
Oh my...
Oh,
that's not a cake.
No.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's not a
fine.
cake. That
That's
seems
like shit you'd see at a kid's
Cake
birthday party.
PC.
that seems more like a tray. That's like
It is
cake.
a rather chaotic cake, it is worth noting.
Some Smarties, marshmallows, Maltesers.
It's perfect for set. He's a kid, right?
He's kid-sized.
Rhubarb? Rhubarb and
What is the
custard?
definition of a
also.
cake?
I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Would Snuffles eat the cake, seeing how he's right next to it? He's
I would
really
kill him. He's a
misbehaving.
dog.
Snuffles is smart.
No, Snuggles is smart.
I'd like to point out that does not at all meet the definition of a cake.
Why? There's probably cake in there.
There's cake under the toppings.
Yeah. That's just like. That's literally just like chocolate and stuff surrounding it.
But yeah, would Snuffles eat the cake?
Oh.
Snuffles wouldn't?
Oh! He's a
Snuggles should
smart
eat the
dog!
cake.
Well, he is now.
How refined is your dog that he doesn't eat the cake?
Does your
It's
dog
really-
understand the concept that food is not just available to be eaten?
Dude, he's got 6 intelligence now. That's
That
gotta count for
doesn't
something.
answer the question.
Wait,
Like-
what?
He can comprehend stuff, but
Like,
what lessons have you taught?
Has anyone taught him not to just eat food off the ground?
Right, if he makes a move for that cake, I'm bonking him on the fucking head with my lance.
That is animal
Snuffles
abuse.
has required at least 3 bonks by this point.
Yes. Fucking.
Meanwhile,
He's an
Seth is
animal.
drooling over Snuffles' head.
Yeah.
Over the...
Look, the natural response to seeing delicious food doesn't mean I'm going to eat it.
I mean, do you want to poke it and, like, check out a cross-section of it?
That's a good point. I'm gonna poke it with my lance.
I'm not quite
There's a
sure
piece-
how to describe this, but do you know what happens when you poke a cake with a lance?
No.
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 We have yet to see this. Oh. Is it now a very nice bite-sized piece of cake at the end of his lance?
Yes,
I'm gonna.
it's
Tap
not
it on the
coming
ground.
off.
It's not coming off?
No.
Great. Fucking brilliant. Alright. Cake ridden.
Hit it against the
lance.
wall.
I just tapped it on the ground to try and shake it off. It's not coming
No,
off.
not budging.
Right. Hang
You're
on.
against
What's
the
this
container.
barrel? Yeah, barrel thing. Scraping it off the
checking
side of
out-
the barrel.
Checking out these consoles.
Well,
Touch
I'm
the
trying.
container.
The
I
console
have a
checking.
vague understanding of how consoles work, but you can't read the text it's in.
Oh, this is where my spell-like ability comes in useful.
Which one?
It's, I believe it is comprehend languages.
Does that allow you to read them?
Yeah, comprehend is spoken. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh no, or spoken creatures of or read.
Okay, understand or read.
The ability to read does not necessarily impart insight into the material, merely its
Right.
literal meaning.
You can now read what's being read off on the console. You don't have a bloody clue what it's actually telling you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, over. I'll scrape his lance with the cake against the container.
I'm trying to like scrape the cake off.
Cake's just on the lance.
Fake.
Does the lance do -1 damage now?
No.
Just poisonous now at the end.
I forgot to do something. Luna, could I also get a will save, please?
It's bloody.
Excellent. Still nothing above a 10.
Really? Not going great for you. So, you suddenly find your head pounding.
Oh.
Pretty much from the moment you entered the room. It started as a sort of like background twinge, but it's gotten to the point where it's noticeable.
This place is giving me a headache.
Are you sure it's not just our party?
Considering it started when we walked into the room and not when I joined you guys, I'm assuming it's the room.
Alright, so it's either the big containing thing, but I think it's more likely that it's the cake. So Seth should eat the cake to clear up this issue.
Why would I eat the cake?
You seem in a bad mood. Sugar should help you.
Oh yeah,
Why are you
because
so
when you
eager
walk
on him
into...
eating the cake?
Oh! I forgot to mention. When you poked it with the lance, one thing it did reveal is underneath the cake, and almost concealed, is a little note.
For sake.
I may
Right.
hand the note.
Someone grab the note. I'm not
The
going
note
near the
floats
cake.
over to you.
Huzzah, I unfold it with mage hand. I'm not touching it.
Right, it opens up. Written inside is for Seth and Siegfried. Love you.
Now you have to eat.
Oh!
Luna! Guys, it's a surprise cake from Luna. Oh,
Why is
No.
there an
always
evil...
thinking of it.
Why is there another
Well, you
version
two,
of
anyway.
Luna leaving us cake?
Also, why was it only to Siegfried and Seth? What's up with
Well,
that,
they're her
Luna?
favourites.
I think
Everyone
it should
knows.
be very obvious, honestly.
Oh.
Forgive me for not trusting a single word on that note.
Underneath
I'm
it says,
pretty
no,
sure this is,
seriously.
I'm pretty sure this is her
Trust
handwriting.
me.
A single word.
Luna, is this your handwriting?
Looks like it.
Yeah?
It must be from her.
I'm not. You right. You can't just walk into a room and want cake without there being some kind of negative repercussion. It's not normal.
Most GMs, to get the situation, you need like a treasure chest or something very spooky. No, for us it's just a fucking cake.
To be fair, the last time I gave you a treasure hoard, you spent like 20 minutes debating how to not trigger the traps which weren't there.
Who doesn't trap a treasure hoard? This is just an innocent cake, though. It's fine.
We are currently in a land of corruption and evil. Why would I eat a cake in the middle of nowhere?
It does look very tasty.
It does.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
voice in the sky.
How about this? Siegfried,
What?
you can like or grow that bird if something happens to it, right?
I am not using the bird as a
Just have
test
the bird
subject.
taste test!
No. That bird is a part of me.
It's literally cancer! Oh, alright.
Technically, it's not cancerous, it's just a tumour.
Oh my god. Are we gonna have... Are we eating this cake to progress through the fucking...
Oh no!
Alright.
Bearing in mind that there's no plot that will like only trigger once you eat the cake, and therefore you cannot advance in the plot until you eat the cake.
Would anybody else like to look and see what this room looks like on the other side?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Wait, are we not gonna send Istwin here to eat the cake? Or wait, is Istwin here?
You're
Nobody-
going to
No,
go
it's
and
just
get.
Seth and Siegfried.
Alfarian, right.
No,
That's it.
If
Alfarian's
it's
almost
enchanted
dead.
or something in any way, it would be only those two that should eat it.
I guess
The
that's
rest
true.
of them.
Yeah. No, Seth, for the greater good.
The greater good.
The
What does this
greater
console
good.
say?
Sorry, I'm on the wrong map. Give me a minute. Which one? Well, you for one can read Samsaran. It has a bunch of technical readouts that you'd probably have to roll to understand.
Roll what?
Engineering.
Take a guess.
Yeah, I don't have engineering. Can roll the things I do have.
Of course you crit on nature.
Yeah, and of course I not one in history.
You can't roll a good history roll. Well, you apply your vast knowledge of everything except engineering to try and
Or
figure
history.
out.
I don't have any points in engineering.
Nature is actually useful because you begin to, you're not quite sure how, recognize what appear to be bio readouts? You're not sure what they're actually telling you, but they look like they're, like, specifying the health of something.
This is talking about something's health.
Probably.
Do you think something's in the tube?
Maybe.
Is the tube open at the top?
No, it's completely connected roof to floor.
Oh, so we can't
Right.
toss the cake inside of it.
And I feel like with your translation skills and Siegfried's engineering skills, we can figure this out eventually.
Oh boy,
Alright.
that's gonna be a penalty for both of those.
I will read out everything I see exactly as I see it.
Alright, well, I will allow another knowledge engineering roll based on the change of information coming to Siegfried.
Ouch, that's low.
Siegfried, you will begin to be able to at least understand some of the readouts being read out to you, and you will recognize that a majority of them are average, or rather, within what the system says is operational parameters for a humanoid. Beyond that, you're not sure what else is going on. You did roll a 4, to be fair. One thing will come out. It is entitled Project Phoenix.
Oh.
Where's that? What's a phoenix? There we go.
Overgrown chicken.
Knowledge naturing it.
I genuinely have to check if that's a knowledge nature roll.
It might be
It's a
extra planar,
magical
yeah.
beast, so I think nature applies.
It's either nature or arcana.
Yeah. Well, regardless, you kind of do know what a phoenix is. It's a big firebird.
Anything else specific about it?
It would be arcana, for reference.
Nuts.
I mean, everyone knows.
Self-roasting chicken.
Logan, you'd know what a
That's
phoenix is. It's a magical bird that is reborn upon death.
Like a samsaran.
It's like a
That
bird
isn't-
samsara.
I bet someone's been trying to simulate samsaran rebirth. Calling it now. Let's
It's called
smash
the
this thing
reincarnate
open.
Spell, but
I know,
I mean-
but it's not quite as good, is it?
No, it's
Especially as
not.
you can reincarnate as someone who can't cast reincarnate.
Okay. Before we smash the container, how about we check out the flip side? Or maybe a flip side cake.
Wait, are we on the flip side or the upside?
you're
Or
on the
flip
flip
side.
side.
Yeah, let's check the upside.
Are we on the? I thought we were on the.
We're on the
What
flip
Veneer
side.
show?
Wait,
Alright,
wait. I know this is my fault. What I haven't been doing is playing the side appropriate music.
Ah, that's it.
Now you know you're on the flip side.
Okay, let's go to the upside.
Yeah.
Stab the ground. Stab the ground. Stab the ground.
Luna?
Oh, with the knife. So to...
No, we're just stabbing the ground.
Just get Al to stab the ground a button to see if they get rid of the cake.
You want me to stab the cake?
You've already done it once, haven't you?
What if we cut the cake?
Wait, if you
with a
keep
dimension
stabbing the
knife?
cake, will you just get more and more in your lungs?
Yeah, exactly. You already got a bit covered on. I don't want to fucking load it up.
Cake kebab.
Hey, can I get a perception roll from Seth then?
Oh god.
The cake is slowly growing onto your lands.
The cake has made it up
Oh my
to the
God.
hilt. God. Perception. Hello.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to just go with the knife. Do we want to cut the cake with the knife and then go, or do we?
No! Stop trying to involve the cake in this.
Let's take the cake with us.
I genuinely have no
No!
idea. Who wants control of Cake PC?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'll make Cake the most powerful character we have ever seen.
Fuck's sake.
There you go.
I'm gonna eat the cake.
How
I
big?
don't
How big a
wanna-
cake are we talking about, by the way?
Not as massive as the icon implies.
Okay, okay.
Wait. So, right. The cake.
Yes.
Would the picture of the cake be accurate? Like, has it got those decorations on?
Yes. Although there's a lance hole in it now, where you penetrated the cake.
There's love hearts on it.
Oh,
Right. Are you going by knife or by portal?
I think by knife, just so we don't have the risk of this door being closed on the other side.
Group up.
Alright.
Just down the cake.
You group
Yeah,
up and you cut a hole in reality.
Oh no, the creepy music's still here. It's
Let's
on the
hope
flip
the
side.
angels aren't upset.
Oh,
Where's the cake?
well, this place is nice.
You can drag it
okay.
on yourself.
Oh, right.
You
I,
have
I actually
Okay.
have access to it.
Don't worry, guys. We're on the other side. Do you know what that means? Non-flip side music.
Cake PC.
Barely hear the music, it's very odd.
I have to turn it down quite low, so on my side it doesn't hide everyone.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll actually put some regular. Not that one. This one. It's nice and atmospheric for the bunker. Welcome to a really nice room.
Haven't I seen that? Haven't we seen that before?
Yeah, it's a standard fire crystal. It's for heating.
Okay. What's on these tables?
A
Special?
bunch of books on a variety of subject matters. Ranging from basic biology to what appears to be some form of advanced Thormo Arcana tech.
I'm going to borrow that one.
Empora.
Yeah. It's a baking title for the greatest cake masters.
Oh,
Isn't it
Jarkana
quite
on this
fancy?
magic circle over here. Brilliant.
Okay, go for it. Well, it's quite an interesting piece of magic, actually. It appears to be a multi-purpose arcane work surface, by which I mean it acts as both a focus for various rituals and spells, as well as an amplifier for said spells, allowing much more advanced effects than would normally be possible.
Interesting. I'm stealing this table.
You're gonna strap it to the bird?
Yes. Meteor, to me!
Meteor cause and does not obey.
Okay. That's
Hey
fair.
Seth, I want
I
you
guess
over
I
here
can
for
levitate
non-cake
this thing out
related
of here.
business.
Is that a sword?
What's
Yes,
going on with
look-
this
It
one?
is actually a coffin with a sword on it.
Look at this
Oh.
cool sword.
You find a desk with some fresh writing on it.
Ooh, what does the writing say? So why do I feel like it's gonna be Dracula in that coffin?
Ah, man. Oh. Alright, you found it, you gotta read it.
I'm eating candy right now, so I'm unable to.
He ate the cake!
Yeah, if you can't read it, you're eating the cake because your mouth's full with cake.
Way! I knew someone would eat it.
Don't worry, this is a magical cake that will stay moist over our adventures.
Oh gosh, I hate this cake already.
You're just gonna bring the cake with you. Okay, who wants to read the damn note?
I was good at voices.
Does anyone remember who did the voice that this font was in last time?
Oh,
As in on
I think-
mysterious
I'm gonna
orders.
go and check the notes.
I think that was Al. Yeah, that was Al.
I think it was Al because he did the two voices.
Yeah,
and
you
the
had to
one
do
note.
two voices, so
Was that the really feminine one he did?
it may have been. Yeah, come on, Al, you know. He knows. You're muted.
Oh fuck, yeah it was. It was me.
Well, I think we know who's saying this then.
Fuck, what stupid voice did I do for the last time?
Make it a female voice.
Just go really high pitch.
I mean, that's pretty sure that's exactly what I did
That
last
is
time.
exactly what you did, I believe.
Oh. God. My dearest servant!
That was not it, but I love it!
Don't care. Can't remember what I did last time.
I
The
love
plan
it.
is underway! The orders have been sent, and soon you shall get your reward. When all is done, you and you alone will find your new companions to be entirely faithful and loyal to myself, and by extension, you. With this, we will have we'll have complete control of the region, and be very well placed for what is coming. I will ask only one more thing of you. One last test of faith before everything will have fallen into place. You will need to organize an adventuring group to deal with the attacks. Send a request via the Nature's Folly, which will be stationed on Lanbu. I will see that it gets to the right place, as I already have a group in mind. Fuck. Shit. Ensure their success, and make sure that the Sansaran survives. Oh, and remember that Senra needs to be eliminated. Her usefulness has run its course, and we don't want any loose ends left afterwards, do we?
I was right when I lied to her about killing Zenra.
There you go.
Owl, can you please say let them eat cake in that voice?
Let
Do
them
it.
eat cake.
You heard the woman! Eat the damn cake!
No,
Cake
Yeah,
jumps
Al
at your
said eat
face.
cake,
that was
so
clearly mysterious
eating
letter
cake.
reading the cake, eating the cake, not me.
Alright,
Wait,
Seth.
wait, I have to do something. This is vitally important to our understanding of the cake.
Alright, Seth. Do you rather eat the
It has-
cake
It has a health bar
or touch the sword?
and lance damage.
Why is it a green health bar?
Because green is the default. You want me to change it? What colour do you want it to be?
Blue.
Blue,
Okay.
It feels fitting.
the color of the people you hate.
It's not really a health bar, it's a freshness bar.
Surely it should be purple.
Do blue people have blue blood?
I don't know, I think
it's
you should cut
sort
them
of
open and find out.
turquoise.
Wait, why do you want me to touch the sword?
We can no longer see the health bar, by the way.
Well,
You can, it's just...
that's.
Oh wait, you can't?
I can.
I can't. Oh wait, because you have control of it.
Oh,
Aha.
there we go.
Cake's pretty fresh.
Cool.
Oh, you see, it's either. The sword seems pretty creepy, it's on top of a coffin. But
It's
at the same
not an
time, it's-
actual sword! It's an etching!
Alright, let's etch it out and then give it to you. You
is this
you
thing?
ever did those as a kid, where you like went with the needle
That's
and
a
had to
bed.
do like a figure?
I'm
That's
not
a-
desecrating
oh.
a grave.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to look underneath the bed.
There's another note.
Okay, sure. You will find underneath the bed a small journal.
I retrieved the journal.
Oh my, I wonder what font it's gonna be in.
Did we check and see if anybody was hiding under the covers?
Oh yeah.
That'll
So
not be
fair point.
swirly font.
Maybe there's something under the covers as well.
Are you
I say we
going
check.
to unveil what's under the covers?
No, just thwack
Yes.
it with something. Hit it with a cakey lance.
I see someone has added a quote. I approve of this quote.
I don't.
Violence
So you're
towards
wrapping the covers.
I'm pretty miffed about that quote.
Sure.
Okay, you wrap the covers.
Did I
Check
hear an
under the
owl?
pillows.
If I didn't hear an owl, I'm just going to draw back the covers.
Excellent.
Wait,
Find
what?
the bear! No, you find
Oh.
nothing.
I was about to offer the bear the cake.
What is
oh wait,
this
we didn't
big
check
ass
under the...
gem in the corner?
So where does everybody hide their stuff? Hide them under the pillows. Let's check under the pillows.
That's a heater, Grantor. It's a fire gem.
Alright.
It's
Ooh.
to avoid having open flames in sensitive areas
I'm going
underground
to
where you don't
stuff
have
it
the air.
into my bag of holding.
It's way too big to fit in the opening.
I'm
Alright.
going to stamp on it.
You.
So what's in
Whack
this
it.
journal?
So the journal is written in Samsaran, actually, handwritten,
Oh boy.
In a certain
and
handwriting
it
you
makes
recognize.
no sense at all.
Boy. I don't have the linguistics to try and figure out if this is a cipher.
It's
I think I have
it
the
appears to be an
linguistics. Can I
arbitrary
take a look?
collection of sentences, really. Like, each sentence doesn't actually match up to the previous or following.
Well, that didn't work.
It's in Samsaran anyway.
Yeah.
I have tongues on still.
Okay.
Haven't been that long since. we
Is there
started.
anything written on the coffin?
Right.
Like engraved? A name.
Give me a minute. This one is actually important and I forgot to write it down.
Oh,
Alucard.
I knew it.
Okay, I'm going to type it out and then
It's-
I'm going to attempt to say it.
It's Barracula.
Mention.
No, you ever wondered
Yes.
with how we just haven't died yet?
That bear was pretty lethal if you let him get a full attack off at you. She pissed like it was a weapon? Well, that's how I piss?
I was there
What?
for that quote.
When was that?
You
It
guys were
feels like-
talking about a book.
Apparently you
that's-
piss like it's a weapon.
I
Yes.
feel that may be context regarding Ahi or something, because that seems
And-
like
Okay,
an Ahi move.
so a majority of the engraving where the name would be is worn down, with the exception of one word, which can be made out, one part of the name.
Hey, Luna?
Yes?
This seems pretty Samsaran family namey. Can you come check it out?
Okay.
Yeah, this, Elisataris? Yeah?
For reference, the script is old, very old. It's, while it is written in common, it's, some of the symbols are written like archaic.
Well, you can put a satis from it, and then you're left with Esal.
Can we spell Alucard out of it?
Let's just get this done with real quick. Okay, just checking.
Okay, yeah, no, it's safe, guys. It's not.
Wait,
It's
wait,
not Dracula
wait.
backwards.
So after style?
Oh, say it 3 times to banish them back to the other realm. Oh no, we have to have them say it themselves. That was it.
Wait. I'm trying to
Avoid
find if
your
there's
summon,
a text reverser.
Oh boy.
So, do we want to check in the grave?
I clearly got it wrong, and this is the name.
I'm going to jam a knife in the edge of the coffin and try and lever it open.
Now the coffin is actually having been previously opened, it would appear. Well,
Anal.
when Luna is backwards, it is anal.
Hey.
So,
Is that
the
a
lid
quote?
well, I mean, it's quite heavy, but there's nothing preventing you from moving it.
Yep, there we go.
There we go. Yes, that's what happens when you try and do Luna
You make it
backwards.
name that backwards is anal. There you go.
So, the coffin comes off. Well, the lid comes off, revealing an ancient skeleton. Let's be fair.
Ahi, you could speak with that?
I need to check what level spell that is.
2nd level?
No, it's a 3rd level, so no, I do not.
Oh. Well, there's a bed here. Do you want to take a nap?
Sure. I'll be here for 8 hours.
Checking
Alright,
the pillows.
I'll take the couch.
It can be any length of time?
What?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter how long they're dead as long as the corpse is in a good condition.
What the
Oh yeah, no.
fuck?
It has to have a mouth. That's all.
Well, it has a skull.
I guess
Luna,
we don't really
make
have
a
to
will
rest here. We
save.
could just take this. We could just take the skull with us.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's
You're
why I
okay.
took that's why I took
Yay.
Senkus's head,
Although,
so we could talk to it later.
You do get a few flashes of images in your mind as you stare at the corpse. You know, without any sort of check, that this is a Samsaran corpse.
Oh, how's that gonna go?
This feels depressing to look at.
Are we gonna
We've seen
speak to someone
corpses
that's
before.
currently
It's
alive?
fine.
Nothing you can pick out at the minute.
We've
Siegfried.
made
You
corpses
seem
before.
healthy.
Alright, guys, are we gonna take a nap in here so we can talk with.
Can I
Mr.
figure
or
out anything
Mrs.?
by doing a knowledge history check? That's still
Not
late.
with that fucking low. I'm sorry to say.
One day on that
One
20.
day! And I was hoping you were going to pass that one, but I'm not just skimming it just because you did.
Well, we can take a rest. We can have some cake, right, Seth? Prepare some new spells. Cause
You
we
know,
can
given
burn
that you're
out my
showing
Sandra.
so much interest in this cake, I'm going to make Logan have a will save.
No, Logan is not interested in the cake. Logan is
Oh,
interested
no,
in
is he
Seth
not?
eating
Make
the
him
cake.
Oh no, it
Make
doesn't
your will
matter.
save.
Doesn't matter how the interest came about. The cake knows
He's
you're
paid-
interested in it.
You've paid too much attention to the cake, and now you're going to suffer for it.
Also,
And
can I
sees
get
the
another
lustful
perception
stares you're
check,
giving at it.
From
Oh,
you can resist the cake.
I know, cause I have a task with this cake. I cannot consume this cake.
It's all good. You don't see anything.
that's wonderful.
Like the will of the great chef that created this cake is entrusted upon Logan. Seth has to consume it.
So yes, unfortunately, you are unable to determine any significance from the name. Admittedly, it is a very vague, if uncommon name. But you can tell there is a Samsaran corpse in here.
Are you gonna share that with us? Is this Samsaran?
I don't see any reason why I should hide that.
You all know it's a Samsaran.
Alright. So Luna, how does that work if we were to, speak with that with it? Would it, link us to an alive person right now?
I don't know.
That's not
Try and find
actually
out.
written in the rules anywhere.
I know! That's why I'm really wondering. How is this
It
gonna work?
depends how souls work in this world, I would assume. Because if you're speaking to a dead thing, you're essentially calling back its soul to have a conversation with it.
Yep. I mean, I know how it will work. Because I considered this potential.
Alright, but yeah, are we
Well,
gonna take a nap and
theoretically.
refill on spells? Are we good with that? No? He's almost asleep by the looks of it.
Is everyone just gonna just go to sleep in this club?
I mean, most of us actually got pretty burned out from last combats.
Are we having a day's rest, essentially?
Yeah. Now we have 2 couches, we have a bed that the ladies can share. There's some chairs if people want to sleep sitting up. Steph can sleep in the magic circle if he really wants.
We have the thing that shall not be named.
Going to take
Slumber party in the bed.
Are you just gonna sleep in the corner, puppet?
Yes.
Well, if you wish
I
to
would have
sleep...
thought he'd
It's
sleep in
okay.
the coffin.
Meteor will give him some hugs.
Alfarian can sleep at the foot of the bed.
Actually, I'm sleeping next to
Is
the
he,
heater.
is he a dog?
No, I wouldn't say that.
He's a trained military
I wouldn't
operative.
say
He
it.
gets his
Wait,
bed
think out
roll
loud,
out.
like-
This gem in
Okay.
the corner's a heater.
Yeah,
fine.
that's a heater.
The animals crowd around the heater.
The animals and Siegfried.
The animals, like I said.
How then, Alfarian? There we go.
I guess he does have a bird mask.
I'm referring to that as companion corner. Excellent.
Hey,
Oh.
Seth?
You know what
Oh,
I
one
didn't
sec.
expect
There we
you...
go.
You know what...
No, no, get it away.
You know what I didn't expect you all to do? Sleep here.
Rest.
Do you know what's
Yes,
fun
aren't
about...
we? Aren't we against the clock here to track down Senra? Now,
I
before I go to sleep, isn't that a concern?
Not
I-
anymore, it isn't.
Shouldn't we
She's also
go?
being hunted by the other organization, so...
What if we just take the coffin with us?
I mean, we could take the skull.
I think we should take the tube with us. The tube with something living inside it.
Oh, right, there's still that tube on the other side.
That's
What
the
if we
main
put-
thing.
What if we,
Yes, we
break
can
it
break
open
it open
and then
and
put the
take-
skeleton in the tube?
Ooh, that would bring it back.
Yeah, then we can talk
Which
with the
would
live skeleton.
presumably kill a living Samsaran.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Can we not do this?
Fun fact about being a Samsaran. If you're resurrecting a Samsaran, you never know if that Samsaran is you.
Yeah, what happens if you resurrect a Samsaran?
Nobody
who's
fucking
already
knows.
reincarnated?
I
Let's
feel for
not
science, we need to
accidentally
test
try
this.
and kill me.
I mean,
Yes.
there's a
That
lot of
potential
Samsarans, right?
exists.
How many Samsaran corpses of you are there thrown around?
Yeah, how old
Why
are you?
would I know this?
Wait, I know this.
Don't you
What
know
is-
how many times you've lived?
What is your average lifespan? And then we divide it by the time since the gods came about.
Going to the timeline to work out the date.
Going to the age page. Well, a Samsaran can live up to be 850 years old.
Okay, the timeline is useless to me. I will instead... Bear in mind this is a world in which previous incarnations of her have definitely been immortal.
Oh, God. Yeah, can't you just don't Samsarans remember their past lives?
Right.
Can you just
I'm not
count
going to
those?
give you a
Flashes.
precise date, but Luna would have been... Actually, it's a knowledge history roll if you want to actually check.
Come on.
Let's see.
That's goddamn it, hand.
Wow. I mean, it's a knowledge check, history check
It's
for
a nine.
anybody. This is not exclusive Samsaran knowledge.
I'm just gonna start funneling all of my skill points into knowledge history.
Anyway,
Skill
to
focus
be
knowledge
honest,
history.
you were never going to get an exact date unless you rolled above a 30 or something. However, everyone who got higher than a 15 on knowledge history will know that all the Samsarans were born at the same time. And every single Samsaran was therefore born before even the Emperor. Which would make them probably at least 10,000 years old cumulatively.
Alright, so that's like...
Over that.
Let's say there's at least... There's probably like 20 corpses of you. How many samsarans are there?
10,000.
Like, at the beginning?
That, you'd need a much higher knowledge history roll than those.
Do you know that, Luna? How many samsarans
Do you know
there
how
are?
many humans
It
in air
probably started
quotes
with 2.
there are?
There are
You started
currently-
with 2.
There are currently 80 left.
I can take a guess how many Dampios there are.
Decided you
considering
just make
how
Adam
many
and
that
Eve
died
canon.
last time.
So yes, you rest.
Okay, I guess we rest.
What, we rolling?
For some fucking reason, in the middle of a bunker, doing something.
How
I
many
was-
bad dreams are we having?
Well, Luna, you're gonna have to make multiple will saves tonight.
Oh boy, just tell me when.
I'm keeping the Raven on watch.
Luna! I'll make you go first. 1 will save, please. Oh, very nice. Good job. Then I'm going to require one from Seth and Siegfried. I see you looking guilty there, Owl.
I don't know why you're targeting.
Midnight snack for Owl! Midnight snack! Midnight snack!
Owl! Seth! You
Cake time.
wake up really hungry.
Midnight snack!
Fuck! Alright.
You cannot sleep.
Yeah. It's red, it's a bad decision either way.
Red means dead.
Alright.
The Raven poke.
One
Heck
more
you before
will
you do
save
this.
as you find yourself going towards the cake.
Okay.
You stop yourself just before.
Oh,
The bird is still pecking his helmet, trying to get him to stop.
Not wearing his helmet.
he's just pecking your
He
temples
went
then.
to sleep, he took his armor off.
Okay, he's just tapping you on the head then.
Bird is trying to eat him.
Which is very good,
Seth, what?
because that provided the +2 that lets Seth pass this. You come to your senses as you're reaching out to the cake.
Eat it anyway.
Just get it
Alright.
over with.
No, I'm kicking the table over. Fuck.
No!
Go split. It is
No!
spread across the ground.
Fucking
No!
cake.
No! You cake
I'll be
waster!
there.
You
No!
took
Okay, I can
every
still look it
single
up.
person in the room because you just kicked the
Serious?
table over.
Okay, I'm back here.
Seth!
hell,
I
Seth?
can't slumber.
No!
Will save from Seth against
No,
Slumber.
no, it's funny if I just go down.
Wait, does he land in the cake?
Face down in the cake, mouth
No.
open.
This
No,
Yes!
he's
Ah!
Pie's
No!
good
yeah.
for you guys.
There's clearly a barrier between me and the cake, being the table, not the
Everyone else.
But you're shorter than the table, you just go under it.
Yeah, it's on its side, I kicked it over.
Excellent. Okay, so Seth is now completely unconscious magically, and everyone else is awake.
I'm going back to sleep.
Going back to sleep.
Does anyone
back to
want me
sleep.
to cast slumber on them?
Let me check the make whole spell.
Make whole on fucking cake.
I mean, that's legit.
It's an object that could work.
It can fix destroyed magic items.
It's okay, he still has the bit on his
Repair
lance.
1d6 points of damage per level when cast an object or construct creature.
Hmm.
I don't
Object?
think it can be done on a cake, because that way you could use it to infinitely glitch an infinite amount of food.
Couldn't a cake technically be considered
I mean-
a crafted item?
No.
It's just broken though, it's not missing parts.
I mean, some of the Maltesers have definitely rolled off.
Oh no.
Into Seth's mouth! No.
Would you say this object has the broken condition?
No, it's a squished cake.
I'm
The
gonna go
broken
to
one
bed. Next
Does
morning, I'm
Logan want to
preparing
eat it?
mending. I'm preparing mending for the next morning.
What is your alignment again, Jazzy?
Last time I checked.
Logan caring about the cake?
He's an arsehole, that's why.
No, this is a genuine question. Out of character, I completely get what Josiah's doing. In character, I cannot comprehend why Logan would even consider this.
I think this is partially messing with Seth for Seth refused to get in the chair, making Logan have to do it.
I didn't
So
make it! What?
It's payback for that.
You sat in the chair of your own free will. Look,
You know
I'm
what?
not gonna-
He's
You need to-
acknowledging that he chose to be an idiot. He's choosing to be an idiot right now. Because he chose to sit in that chair.
Can we potentially avoid that level of
Okay,
shittery,
prepare.
please?
It's fucking... Oh, God.
Alright. But all I want you to know that as Seth kicked that cake, a little thing on the top left of his screen popped up. Logan will remember that.
Good.
I don't really mind, obviously, if you're doing shenanigans, but shenanigans that will deliberately dick over another party member, and
Not
you know
eating-
it.
The
I'm
good
not
news.
eating gross, cursed dungeon cake.
I just want Seth to be left alone a little.
Al, I have good news for you.
What?
You know that message that popped up on your screen?
Yeah.
It's completely meaningless because the entire company shut down.
Ha! Nice. So,
Looks like-
you go back to sleep, and we will have the second will save from Luna.
This is why I just have a button for will saves.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, you continue to sleep soundly. Can I get a perception check from the Raven, please? As in the tuber. Right! The Raven, and I'm actually going to whisper this because this is much funnier if Puppet has to say it.
What does the bird do, Puppet?
Bird is going to fly over. And tap Seth on the head.
Seth, you are woken by a bird.
What?
The bird is going to fly over the remnants of the cake.
Oh my god. It's still been talking to you too. I don't want to eat the cake.
Seth, please. Did Seth not notice what's going on?
Alright. I'll look at the cake and humor the bird.
Okay,
Whole party is out to kill me. I
Make a
swear to
roll.
God.
It's about the whole party. Me and Luna are just trying to
yeah,
sleep.
it's been a couple of hours since you were knocked out, and that mess isn't where you remember it being.
The cake is rebuilding itself.
Motherfucker. Right. Is there any indication of how it's moving? Is it like piling back up, or what's going on?
No, it's not recombining or anything, but it's just, the mess on the ground, but closer.
Closer?
Yeah?
To who?
Oh, fuck. Right, hang on. Where's my lance? Can I look at my lance?
Yeah!
Oh, fuck, no! Okay.
The cake is wielding your lance.
There's no cake on that lance.
Oh, no! Is there just cake in the middle of the floor?
I'm gonna assume you do the equivalent of taking 20 on this.
Yeah, just
You
like...
spot that there was a piece of cake moving towards where you were, and is now halfway across the room.
Oh, just eat the cake, sir.
Just eat the cake.
Ugh. Honestly.
I mean, you have no guarantee that
I
this
don't
would be
even know
happening
what to
if
do
you
with
had
this
it in the case.
information.
I don't know. You're in a sealed room with a cake that's chasing you. I feel like this is your own grave that
You
you've
like,
dug yourself.
You angered the cake.
All
Set
right,
the cake on fire. Burn it.
I'm gonna stand right here. Not going back to sleep. I'm gonna watch the cake. As soon as it gets a bit too close to me, I'm going to the other side of the room.
Oh man, you get to make will saves now. And this is why I wanted Logan to stop digging with Seth, because I was digging with Seth. Right, I will require one will save for the rest of the night from Luna and one from Seth.
Fail.
Uh,
Oh.
None of
Okay.
these have been above 10.
Luna, you
uh,
hear voices.
Oh boy.
Distant ones, whispers. Seth, you will notice Luna get up and shuffle over to the coffin. And just stand there.
what do? Do you focus on Luna or the cake?
That's not disturbing.
Does the bird also notice this?
Oh yeah, no. The raven notices this. Without a doubt.
Alright, just gonna do my standard thing whenever somebody does something weird. Just tap them on the head.
Luna, you find yourself roused by a raven. You awaken to find yourself standing next to the coffin,
Knocking at your chamber door.
and that Seth is just standing in a corner, staring intensely
Oh no,
out
he's
of the
like
room.
he's hunched in the corner,
Hunched in the corner,
just like
watching the room,
staring at the
slightly
cake.
rocking as he is staring at the ground.
What?
It's an average night for this party.
Seth?
Yeah. What is it?
Do you know why I'm over here?
Oh, you're. Wait, sorry. No, wait. I'm looking at the cake.
He will have just put the pillows over her head. Some of us are trying to recharge our magic!
The cake is moving.
I'm laughing too hard to talk properly.
Luna burst out laughing.
You know, fun fact, I was not anticipating this scenario.
The horror cake
I'm just
session.
sort of applying what mechanics I had put to these things to the situation you have put yourself in, and this is where we've ended up. This was
So,
not
we-
planned. Please, I just want to stress that.
SCP Cake 7-3.
Yeah, Al. Which session was scarier, the Halloween session or this session?
This one. This is scary. I don't know why it's following me.
You stabbed it and then you threw it on the ground.
Big
It's
scary
pissed
wolf
off.
thing in a Halloween session. It's gonna try and kill me. I can kind of get that. Unassuming cake is slowly moving across the
Siegfried, can I
ground.
get a perception roll,
Terrifying.
please?
From which one of us?
You explicitly. The bird can try, but it will have a. Okay, it doesn't matter. So, you will find yourself slightly awake, roused by. You're not quite sure what. Do you sleep with your mask on?
Uh-oh.
Probably not.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Good. There appears to be cake at your mouth.
What?
Sort of.
Just gonna spit it out.
Oh, yeah, you're not sure how that happened. Siegfried now spits something out.
Seth, what is this about the cake?
Moving.
Kentok looking at cake.
I'm replacing
God,
the bird on
move,
top of
Seth,
the
go
heater.
to
I'm going to stand in front of him so he can't see the cake.
Oh no!
What if it gets there?
Moving the raven on top of the bed and Siegfried on top of the heater.
Get off me! Ah!
No, like on the very, very top.
I believe seriously,
on the
Will,
canopy.
the cake is trying to get me.
I'm going
It's a
to
cake.
Yeah, you're
I'm going to
awake
get
at this
up.
point.
It is in the middle of the
yeah,
room.
I'm going to just sort of sweep the cake into a pile, like just using the edge of my dress, and then I'm going to scoop it up,
Okay.
dump it in the coffin, and close it.
This is how you get a cake zombie, man!
Fucking hell.
Whoop!
I'm then going to drag the metal table and put it on top of the coffin.
It is immediately apparent to Ahi now that the cake is now in the middle of the room as well, which was odd.
I assume that Seth is just a sloppy eater.
So, let me get this straight. Seth is in a corner, huddled up, rambling about cake. Luna has woken up a little like staring at a corpse and is now trying to talk to Seth, who is babbling incoherently. Ahi is cleaning cake and putting it in a coffin.
These kinds of shenanigans happen when you have this much cake that
And
late at night.
Siegfried is perched on top of a fire gem.
After he
That's-
woke
that's
up with
pretty
something in
normal.
his mouth.
What a fucking scene.
And Logan is snoring on the couch like
Yeah.
nothing ever happened.
Standard.
Okay, I'm up to speed now. Carry on.
I'm telling the raven to increase watch over me, pretty much. Make sure there's no
Okay.
weird fake shenanigans going on.
Okay, Seth, the cake is gone now. It's in the coffin.
You feel oddly conflicted about this information.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this.
Okay.
Will you go
Yeah,
back
I'm-
to sleep now?
Yes.
There's an almighty scraping noise as I just drag the arcane workbench over, and then I'm going to flip it over so that the
you
magic
flip
circle
it
is now
over?
face down on the coffin.
Excuse me.
There we go. Back to bed.
Right, I'm going back to bed.
Okay.
Steph, join the cuddle pile.
I'll
This
try and
will make
figure out
you
what those
feel
voices
better.
were later on.
I think I'd rather sleep on the sofa.
Aw.
You finally all fall asleep. But can I get a will save from Siegfried?
Meteor is going to snuggle up to
What
Seth in
has
his sleep.
happened to Siegfried?
Oh, no, sorry. A fort save from Siegfried.
Oh, come on. I just
Oh,
had
boy.
just had my 18.
I will be I am tempted to
Don't
be
worry.
generous.
Bad is your will. What?
Just,
Well,
What
safe.
the fuck?
just roll good.
Yeah, Alchemist has, I checked it as well. Alchemist has really shitty will saves.
Why?
Oh,
Because they have good fort saves. Not evidenced here.
Man, I would have done really fine if I had been told to roll the right thing.
I am inclined, because it was my error, to let you take the 18.
You mean the 25?
Yes. So, you're fine. I meant a will save from Seth.
Oh. Oh.
Just roll good.
Yeah, you're able to overcome your new innate fear of cake and go to sleep.
Thank God for that.
It's the morning!
Wait, so over, whatever.
Wait, no, let's redo that. And thus, you all sleep soundly for the rest of the night.